Hello guys, in this video, we'll see how desired settings to produce a video can be saved and used. Then, we'll see how a video can be uploaded to Google Drive. After that, I will say some useful points to work with Camtasia. Then, I'll explain how a project can be exported and archived. Finally, we'll see how batch production can be used to produce several videos. Alright, in the previous video, we have seen how a video can be produced using these options. Also, we have seen how to choose all the production settings for the final video using this item. Now, pay attention to the last item, Add and Edit Presets. It's accessible from the share icon too. Well, here are some predefined settings to produce the final video. We learned them in the previous video. I can click on the New button to save my desired settings. First, I must determine the preset name. Also, I can write a description inside the next field. Based on the previous video, suppose I want to produce some videos to write on a DVD. So, let's select the AVI format by its default settings. Now, if I click on the Finish, Camtasia will save these settings under the selected preset name. Now, let's click on the share icon to produce the final video. At this time, I can click here to select my desired settings. Well, this item doesn't support Smart Player settings options like quizzes or table of contents. Let me press Enter on my keyboard to skip this window. Then, I only need to determine these settings and click on Finish to produce the final video. Let me cancel it. Another point related to the share icon is uploading the video on these popular sites. Let me use the last one, Google Drive. Other work similarly. Well, the first step to upload our videos directly into Google Drive is to sign in. Here, I can use my Google account, which was stored before. If you don't see your account, click here to enter it manually. Note that your Google Drive account can be used for your YouTube account too. As you see, Camtasia is connected to my Google account. Now, I can determine my video title, and then click on Finish to upload it directly to my Google Drive. Alright, here are some choices. For example, download the uploaded video. But let me ensure that Camtasia has uploaded the video successfully. Alright, this the uploaded video. Let's back to Camtasia software to tell you some useful points. First, you can add the first page of a PDF file to your project as an image. It just needs to drag and drop it on the Camtasia. Well, this the first page of the inserted PDF. Note that it's added as an image and we can't change its text. Similarly, you can drag and drop a PowerPoint file. As you see, all slides of the PowerPoint have been added to my project. Pay attention, each PowerPoint slide was added as an image, and I cannot change its content. Okay, I want to tell you another point. Note that we don't need to determine our settings for each insert annotation, text, or logo. Let's go to the File menu, and click on the Manage Themes. Here, I can select my favorite colors, fonts, and logo inside these three tabs. First, let me create a new theme. Now, I can determine desired color and fonts. On the right side, you can see the effect of each selected color or font. These settings can be used easily when you want to use an annotation or text. If you remember, some available files in the Camtasia library use the TechSmith logo. Here I can change it and use my logo. Now, let me save this theme, and then apply it to annotation or text. Alright, I can change all properties of the inserted annotation, or just select my desired theme. Now, let me go to the Camtasia library, and add a file, which uses the TechSmith logo. As you can see, if I select my theme, the TechSmith logo will be replaced with my logo. Alright, now let's move this file to here, between two media files. A simple way is to select all these files, and move them to the right side, but let me show you a more professional way. First, I select this area, then click on the lock icon. After that, I right-click and select Insert Time. So, you can use this way, to add a media file between other. Now, let me tell you another point, related to the timeline area. I press the Shift key and move these files to the right side. Now, I want to fill this empty area. If you remember, we can select a frame, and then click here to extend it. Now, let me click on the undo icon, to tell you an easier way to extend the last frame. If you want to extend the last frame, first press the Alt key, and then extend the last frame using the cursor. Alright, let's continue, and open the preference window. We have learned some of the preference window options. Another option is auto save. Now, Camtasia saves my project every 5 minutes. I can disable it or change its time. Note that, this option will help you to recover the last opened project, if Camtasia is closed unexpectedly. Now, let's see the Shortcuts tab. Here you can modify any predefined shortcut, or click here to restore them to their default state. OK. I've explained project settings before. Here is a new feature, which is enabled by default. Auto-normalize loudness. If this feature is enabled, Camtasia will adjust inserted audio to a level that is set as the norm. This means that, if audio is too low, Camtasia raises it, and if it's too high, Camtasia lowers it. So, this option helps us to maintain audio consistency inside the project. The next option, determine what Camtasia must do when adding a high frame rate media to the project. It can keep the project at current frame, or convert the project to the higher frame rate. By default, the third choice is selected to ask user. Alright, until now, we have learned basic and also some advanced concepts related to Camtasia software. Now, let me say a simple and important point to store your projects. When you finished a project and used the Share menu to export your video, maybe you had used media files inside different folders. So, I recommend you use the Export option under the File menu. As you see, here are two options. The first one exports our project as a zip file. Remember that Camtasia saves just changes and inserted annotations or effects on our videos or images. So, if you need to see your project on another computer, then you will need to send the project file, and also all media files which are imported to the project. This option can store the project file and all necessary files into a zip file. First, I must determine the zip project location. Then, if you want to store only necessary files, uncheck this item, but I prefer to keep it, to store all imported media files in the zip file. Alright, let me go to the zip file location. Now, let's right-click and select Extract Files. As you see, here are all media files, which were imported or used inside my project. Everyone can use this project file to edit my project. So, export a zip file is a great way for removing things from one computer to another. So if you have a couple of computers that you want to use, this would be a good way to get everything from one over to the other. You might want to store your project on a backup device. So, this way is also really good for archiving projects, after they are complete, rendered, and uploaded. Note that, somebody who uses the Mac version of this product, needs to have things in a slightly different format. For that, we can use the second option, Project for Mac. So, if I click here, Camtasia will still create a zip file, it will still include all the files in the media bin, but it will put things in a format that the Mac can open. Note that, you can import a zip project, using this item. Now I want to talk about batch production. Until now, we talked about producing a single video, but one of the things that I like to do is to edit and export several videos. You can think about this course for example, or maybe you have a video series and you've edited multiple videos, and then you want to produce all of those at once. Let me select these projects. Here, I can select a predefined setting to produce my videos. Let me select this one, my video settings, which was created in this video. Note that, if you want to use different formats for each video, you must select the second option. Now, if I click on Finish, Camtasia will start producing all videos related to all selected projects. Let me cancel it. I hope you like our educational videos. Thanks for watching my content. If you have any question on this topic, make sure you leave them in the comment section below, and if you can spend a few seconds of your time liking as well as sharing this video, if you enjoyed it, that will mean a lot to me. If you have any suggestions for the channel, such as what kind of hardware or software I should be covering, then make sure to leave that in the comment section. See you next time. Bye bye.